Hi, sweetie pie. Before I go outside to work outside, I'm going to read you one more book, and it's called Gregory's Shadow by Don Freeman, author of Corduroy, which is a book that you just received as a gift from our wonderful neighbors. Gregory's Shadow. Beautiful blue. I love that color. Very front page is this. Early one cold morning, Gregory Groundhog bundled up before going outside. He had spent the entire winter inside his cozy burrow home. Tomorrow was Groundhog Day. Well, that's funny because that's how it is today, too. Today's February 1st. Tomorrow's February 2nd, which is what they call Groundhog Day. I read that. The farmers would want to know if Gregory and his shadow came out of their burrow together. If they did, there would be 6 more weeks of winter. But if Gregory came out alone, spring would be coming very soon. Come, Shadow, Gregory said to his friend. I can't wait until tomorrow. I'm hungry. Let's go dig up something to eat. Gregory was shy. Having a friend like Shadow made him feel brave. They did everything together. Sure, said Shadow. I'm right behind you. Gregory opened the door. It was a windy day, but the sun was shining. The ground was covered with snow. When the two friends reached the edge of Farmer Ferguson's garden, Gregory saw another shadow coming toward him. It was waving its arms. What could it be? Gregory was frightened. He ran back home. Wait for me, Shadow called out. But it was too late. Gregory had closed the door. He was so scared he forgot about his friend. He pulled the covers over his head and shut his eyes tight. Shadow was left outside. This is what we shall call a little bit fanciful, as you know, because you know so much about light and angles of incline and angles of reflection and all of that. But we'll go with it. What else? Shadow was alone. He was shy too, and being with Gregory made him feel brave. He looked up from the shadow with waving arms and saw Farmer Ferguson's scarecrow. There's Shadow, Groundhog Shadow, and there's Farmer Ferguson's scarecrow, and there's the shadow of the scarecrow. And the shadow is caused by the sun, which is up here, and its light comes down, down, down in an angle, and everything in its path gets reflected on the ground in a shadow. Whose shadow are you? Asked the scarecrow. I belong to Gregory Groundhog, replied Shadow, but he left me here. What should I do? I would like to help you, but I don't know how, said the scarecrow. I don't need a shadow. As you can see, I already have one. Shadow felt very sad. He leaned against a tree. Are you lost? Said the tree. Shadow told her about Gregory. I would like to help you, but I don't know how, said the tree. I don't need a shadow. As you can see, I already have one. I know where I belong, Shadow said, with Gregory Groundhog. He walked slowly through the snow. There he is. He soon grew tired. Just then he saw an old barn. That's a good place for me to rest, he said to himself. I'll be able to think more clearly after I have a nap. Shadow climbed into the dark, cozy hayloft and fell asleep. Meanwhile, Gregory Groundhog had realized Shadow was missing and he was hunting for his friend. Maybe he's under the bed, he thought. Maybe all he saw was the straw mattress. No, but all he saw was the straw mattress he had put there last fall. Maybe Shadow is lost, he said. He must be scared. I will go find him. He's not under the bed. He goes outside. Gregory spent all day searching through the falling snow and didn't even think about how scared he was. He only thought about finding Shadow. When it began to snow harder, Gregory ran into the barn. It was very dark inside. Bang! The barn door blew shut behind him. Up in the hayloft, Shadow opened his eyes. He looked down and saw his dear old friend Gregory. Gregory looked up. He thought he saw something in the hayloft. It looked like a blue ghost.